Thank you, sir. Sir, under Article 341 of our Constitution, the Honorable President of India has been empowered to provide status of scheduled caste to those people who are at the lower strata of society, and they are called Dalits. Now, using these powers, the Honorable President of India, in its Order 1950, restricted the status to only those who profess Hinduism as their religion. I would like to quote to the Minister, Para 3 of Order 1950. Thus, Dalits who were professing religion of Sikhism, Buddhism, Islam and Christianity were denied this right of scheduled caste, which they were enjoying from 1936 to 1950. They were enjoying. Later on, Sikhs and Buddhists were granted the status of scheduled caste. Now, 2 amendments were made. My question to the government of the day is, when Muslims are entitled to OBC quota, when Muslims can avail reservation under scheduled tribe, why is it that Dalit Muslims and Dalit Christians cannot be given the status of Dalit? I would like to know from the Honorable Minister, when she stands up to reply, will she agree with me in saying that Article 341 of the 1950 Presidential Order is unconstitutional, it is discriminatory, it is depriving, and it contravenes our fundamental right of Article 14, Article 15, Article 16 and Article 25, right to freedom of religion. Will she agree with me that 1950 and 341(1) is unconstitutional, it is depriving, it is discriminatory, it is clearly discriminatory? What is the government doing to ensure that this discrimination ends? And why do I say that? Article 13(2), so let me read Article 13 subsection 2. The state shall not make any law which takes away or abridges the rights conferred by this part, and any law made in contravention of this clause shall to the extent of contravention be void. Now, coming to this government headed by Dr. Manmohan Singh, you have formed Sachar committee. Sachar committee had only for reservation, it has recommended reservation to be given to Dalit Muslim, Dalit Christians. No other has not mentioned a word. This government had formed the Linguistic Minorities Commission, Religious Minority Commission, headed by a retired Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Justice Ranganath Mishra. You have tabled a report in this August House without an action taken report. You form a commission under Inquiries Act of 1951. You don't table an ATR. So what is the sanctity of this August House? What is the sanctity of your decisions? Are you really serious enough for upholding secularism? Are you really serious enough to upholding the right to equality before of law, Article 14 and freedom of religion? Second point, sir. Third point. National Commission of SCs in their order of 18/12/2007 has given a green signal. What are Dalit Muslims in the whole Indian population? 0.80%. 0.80%. And educationally, socially, they are backward. Justice has to be done. In conclusion, sir, what Mahatma Gandhi wrote in Harijan, Volume 4, Number 46, Pune, December 26, 1936. Mahatma Gandhi wrote, whether the Harijan is nominally Christian or Hindu or Sikh or Muslim, he is still a Harijan. He can't change his spots inherited from Hinduism. He may change his garb and call himself a Catholic Harijan or a Muslim Harijan or a new Muslim or a new Sikh. His untouchability bound him during lifetime. For God's sake, why don't you uphold the words of Mahatma Gandhi? When the father of the nation, we accept the father of the nation, has written this. You don't want to accept his words. Now, coming back to 1997, sir, again, National Commission of Minorities under Section 9, subsection 1 of NCM Act has recommended for the outright removal of the provision of the 1950 order which confines SC status to 3 specific religions. And in annual report of 2006 and 7 they have done. Why doesn't this government, sir, at least the matter is pending Supreme Court. I don't know what is Supreme Court doing. For 4 years the matter is lying over there. And this government headed by Dr. Manmohan Singh has let us down completely. You have not even filed a reply in the Supreme Court. What is your opinion? Supreme Court has posed 3 questions to you. You cannot even answer those 3 questions. Are you running a government of the day, I say? You cannot reply to 3 questions to Supreme Court. And what has happened to the Usha Mehra Commission report of reclassification of Dalits in Andhra Pradesh? It is a commission report. The government is sleeping over that. My request to the government, sir, In Andhra Pradesh, there's turmoil in coastal Andhra. There are ministers of coastal Andhra who are harping on Hyderabad. You forget about Hyderabad. Hyderabad will never come to you, I say. But you can protect yourself. You can retrieve the lost ground, lost to the other party. The Dalits of coastal Andhra are nearly 20% over there. They are practicing Christianity, but they are not saying openly. Why don't you give them the Dalit status? Make a political point over there. The Dalits of Telangana are angry against you. Why? Because you are not implementing Usha Mehra Commission. So my request to this government is at least file a reply to the Supreme Court. Or tell the Supreme Court we don't have a reply. You decide. You don't even want to file a reply. You don't want to take a decision despite a commission you as yourself has formed, and now you are bringing an amendment, and you are conveniently forgotten about Dalit. I'm concluding, sir. You have conveniently forgotten about Dalit Muslims, Dalit Christians. It is against equality before law. It is against freedom of religion. It is against Article 15 and 16. It is unconstitutional. It is discriminatory. And over and above that, if a Dalit converts to Christianity and then he decides, no, I'll go back to again Hinduism, he gets SC status. Isn't this injustice, sir? This particular 1950-341 is based on religion only. And why are you discriminating against Islam and Christianity? Is Dr. Manmohan Singh against Islam and Christianity? Pluralism is the ethos of our country. Secularism is inscribed in the preamble. For God's sake, rise up to the preamble of the Constitution. Rise up to the constitutional duty. And I would once again request my ministers, I'm concluding, sir, my ministers from coastal Andhra, focus on this. You will retrieve the lost ground. You are focusing on Hyderabad, which is a lost cause for you. Thank you, sir.